How's it going? I hope everyone is doing all right whenever you tune in and see this. All right, so we are here for Sagittarius and Capricorn readings today. We'll see how much we can get done. We may also do the Aquarius and Pisces later this evening. It just depends on how things go, right, with time and everything. But yes, welcome to everyone who's either coming back or it's your first time. Everybody's welcome, whether you're a cross watcher or you have your sun in Sagittarius, your moon in Sagittarius, your Sagittarius rising or ascendant. Same thing for Capricorn. If you're Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon, Capricorn rising, wherever you have Capricorn and Sagittarius in your chart, because we all do. We all have all 12 signs somewhere within our birth charts, right? So again, everybody is welcome. These are also going to be general readings, so they can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, money, etc. And they are also both timeless readings. So whenever you see this message, it is meant for you. All right. So it could resonate for the month of June 2023, or it could be a couple months in the past, or even a couple months in the future, or even beyond that, a year in the past, a year in the future, etc. All right. So again, never force anything. Take what resonates for you, because depending on what's going on in your life, you may resonate more with your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising ascendant sign. All right. And if you don't know how to find that out, there are a lot of great free websites out there. Cafe Astrology is one I like to use. So you can just type in cafeastrology.com and look for the free birth chart. And even also, if you don't have your exact birth time, you can find out pretty much a lot of things except your rising or ascendant sign. Okay. So knowledge is power and all that good stuff. Okay, so with all that being said, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and get into your reading here. I did already take your photo, one photo of all the cards here on the table, and so we'll be posting that after this live is done. Excuse me, for some people who want to look at the photo while they're listening to the read, if they're watching this later, or excuse me, if they just want to have that photo to look at a later date. So if that's something you're interested in, all you have to do is click in the description box below, again, after the live is done. All right, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and do a little sound bell here to kind of ground ourselves, let go of anything we've been holding on to. Also, for me to help make sure that I'm the clearest channel for spirit to channel the messages to you guys for your highest good and all that good stuff. All right. So if you've been here before, you know that I always try to shuffle on screen at least one of the zodiac signs that I'm doing in the reading. So I did Sagittarius off screen just to save some time, but I will be shuffling and pulling for the Capricorn reading after this. Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's do our little sound bell. And again, if you want to take a couple of deep breaths or just listen, whatever, check in with your body, whatever feels right for you at this time. All right, so just be aware, it'll be a little bit loud for a brief moment or two if you're listening with headphones or you're ultra sensitive. All right, okay, so this one is for Sagittarius. All right. All right. Sagittarius. Let's see what we have coming up here for you. So I had to kind of scold my dog for a quick second while I was doing the sign bell. He was getting into something he knows he's not supposed to. So if you heard me do that or see me do that, that's what that was about. Right, Hermes? Okay, yes. All right, so Sagittarius, let's go ahead and call out your cards here and talk about some of the key dates. Some of these things may occur, right? But they are a kind of general guideline as far as the timing goes, right? Since it is a general reading and it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. I'm just moving stuff around so you can kind of just basically see the outline of the cards here. All right, so we're going to talk about the first 4 cards on the top in order and talk about the time frame. So for some people, the first card may resonate from around June 1st through the 8th. And I'll say these dates again when we're on each one. I'll just say them real quick right now. All right, second card can be from around June 9th through the 16th. Third card can be from around June 17th through the 23rd or so. And fourth card can be from around June 24th through June 30th or even into the first couple of days of July. All right, so let's see what we have here for you, Sagittarius. We have the 5 of Swords in the reverse position. We have the 4 of Cups in the right side up position. We have the Empress in the reverse position. And we have the Princess of Sacred Circles in the right side up position. Princess of Pentacles right side up. All right. So we will talk about the other cards where Spirit wants me to go into those. But I did want to mention real quickly, right, the other zodiac signs as far as the major arcana that is showing up here in your reading. All right. So Sagittarius, it looks like you have 4 major arcanas. Okay. So 3 are in the past. 1 is the future, current, present energies. All right. So you got Libra, Virgo, Pisces, and Libra again. Okay, so what does that mean? For some of you guys, you could be dealing with a Libra, a Virgo, a Pisces, or it could be referencing Libra season, Virgo season, Pisces season, or it could be an area in your chart or someone else's chart that may hold extra clues for you or hints at something, or it means nothing at all, right? But I do like to kind of mention it in the beginning, okay? Let's see what else here. As far as the minor arcana goes, we want to see the majority of what the minor arcana is, okay? So we do have 2 swords cards, 2 cups, and 1 pentacle, okay? And then the rest are majors. All right, so what does that mean? We have the tie between the swords and the cups. So the cups in the tarot talk about our emotions. Examples of questions may be, am I emotionally satisfied? Is the other person? Is the environment? Vice versa. And when we talk about the swords, we're talking about air sign energy, crown chakra, mental health. So is my mental health in a good place, a not so good place, vice versa, etc. Okay. Now, those are really general ways of explaining it, but just kind of to keep in the background, that's an underlying theme. Okay. But we'll go through obviously more deeper explanations throughout the reading here. Okay. So Sagittarius, right off the bat, before I forget, I want to pause and say, since we just called out your cards, where is the best time for this month, okay, or whenever you see this reading to accomplish something, right? Would it be the middle of the month? Would it be the beginning? Would it be the end? Would it be the whole month? You know, if there's something that you want to accomplish within your control, as an example, traveling or manifesting something or going ahead with something, right? I would say for you, Sagittarius, for this time period, it would definitely be for June, the end of June, okay? That 4th week or 4th card, okay? So that can be from around June 24th through even the 1st week of July, let's say, for some people, okay? But it seems like it's more towards the end of the month that the energy is going to be the best for those things, okay? All right, now let's go ahead and go card by card and go with your reading here. All right. So Sagittarius, your first card here is that Six of Sacred Circle. I'm sorry, not Sacred Circle, Six of Swords in the reverse position. And so this is your first card in the reading. So it can be picking up energy from the recent past, a little bit still trickling in, right? But you could be coming to this reading for insight about yourself or about another person, multiple people, general environment situation. So again, only take it if it resonates for you, and check out your other placements, okay? Other readings here on my channel as well. Okay, so with this Six of Swords in the reverse position here, Sagittarius, this is how you want to see this card, okay? So this is an energy of talking about somebody or something has decided to let go of some anxiety, worry, overthinking, and wants to focus more on the present moment. They're possibly, or you're possibly, the energy possibly is also trying to let go of a competitive energy, if that was present in the recent past, okay? But again, this is how you want to see this card, the Six of Swords in the reverse position. If it was right side up, this person is holding on to too many swords. They're focused too much on the past and too much on the future and not enough at the present moment. But when it's reversed, some of that defensive energy is let go. Somebody or some energy is going to put down some of those swords, right? We really only need one sword per person, let's say, okay, as a metaphor. But here in the past, there was a little bit of that defensiveness. Now, here in the beginning of June, Sagittarius, somebody or something, or the energy in general, is letting go of that, letting go of defensive energy, mental defensive energy, anxiety, worry, overthinking, letting go of possibly that competitive energy with others or just yourself or themselves, right? And trying to focus more on the present moment. So let's kind of see what's underneath this card here as well, Sagittarius, because this is where Spirit wanted me to put what was on the top and the bottom of our first tarot deck that we're using here. So this is going to give us more insight. And now when we talked about the recent past a little bit with the first card, now these two cards underneath it are energy from the past, okay? So whatever that means for you, it could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, etc., okay? But here is where we have two of your major arcanas that showed up in your reading. You still have two others that we'll get to later. All right, so we have Libra energy with the Justice card in the right side up position here. And then we have Virgo energy with the Hermit in the right side up position here. So it looks like here in the past, these two cards were sponsored the energy of the Six of Swords in the reverse position. These two cards made it possible for this one to come out in this way, right? And we said in the beginning that this is a good reversal here, Sagittarius. So in the past, there could have been a focus more on beauty or balance things or bringing something to justice, something being weighed and balanced. Is it good? Is it bad? A final ruling on something, a final, ruling or decision, but it feels more like a ruling necessarily, not necessarily a decision, okay, with the Justice card energy. It's also about finding truth and evolution with what we believe to be true, okay? Who says it? Why do we believe them? Vice versa, etc. Okay, so here, if you can see in the card, there's a snake going around the bottom of Lady Justice's leg. So that's the evolution that we find within the truth or multiple truths. Okay, and then over here with the Hermit card in the right side up position, this is much like the High Priestess in the tarot. So this talks about going within, trusting our intuition, our gut reactions to things, our first impression of something, right? So here he goes off on the edge of the cliff. So he doesn't have any distractions from the other people or the outside world to hear those answers more clearly. So because this energy here, Sagittarius, from the past, where we had more focus on balance, and beauty and truth here, bringing something to justice, somebody's actions being justified, vice versa, right? And then going within to find our intuition, our gut reactions to things. That is what made it possible to let go of the extra defensive energy in the mind as far as anxiety, worry, overthinking. That's when we, or they, or the energy also started to be able to let go of the competitive energy and the only focusing on the past and the future. So here again, when the Six of Swords starts to show up in the reversal position in that first card, it's like now somebody or some energy is more focused on the future. Okay, and that's beautiful, right? That's good anytime, but especially when we're coming into the beginning of a new month here, Sagittarius. So I like that card here for you, and I definitely like the cards that were underneath it as well. Hermes, behave yourself. Okay. So, sorry, we got cats and dogs looking at each other like they want to fight. All right, Sagittarius, of course, in your reading, okay? So now, and I say that with love because I'm a sun sign Sag, if you didn't know. All right. But anyway, Sagittarius, back to you, right? Here we're talking about now your second card, your second week. Okay. You got the Four of Cups in the right side up position. And we said this could be from around June 9th through the 16th, not set in stone. All right. But this is a little bit, I wouldn't say, I'm trying to think of the way to say it here, Sagittarius. It feels like a slowdown of energy, of course, right? With the Four of Cups in the right side up position, but it's not a complete halt of the energy or an energetic blockage. You have more of an energetic blockage in your third week. Foreshadowing note or hint, then things are looking amazing in your fourth card. So it doesn't, whatever that is, we'll talk about it, but it doesn't last forever. Nothing does, right? But in the second week that we're talking about now, it's not a complete energetic blockage. It's a slowdown of energy. So if you see this guy's posture, he's kind of just like, whatever, right? He's looking at the Three Cups. He can't see the fourth cup yet. And he's not super thrilled about them. And the cups in the tarot talk about our emotions. So he's not super thrilled about something emotionally, or he's not feeling satisfied or challenged in a good way emotionally. It's just kind of like a blah feeling, right? Or just a complacent kind of stagnant energy feeling, okay, with these Three Cups in the bottom here. But what he needs, okay, this guy in the tarot card, is to just be patient or have a perspective change or both, right? So what he doesn't realize is that fourth cup is going to come in if he trusts and he's patient, that the divine, your guardian angels, spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, is going to bring him something more emotionally fulfilling or satisfying, something more emotionally challenging, okay? So it kind of makes sense actually here, Sagittarius, when you go up from, and I don't know why I was calling it Six of Swords earlier, because it's Five of Swords, but maybe that's a message for somebody, right? Look up what the Six of Swords means. But when you go from that Five of Swords in the reverse position to now the Four of Cups in the right side up position, it's like if somebody was focusing more on the present moment, and that's something that they just started doing, or we're letting go of competitive energy or over defensive mental energy, then it kind of makes sense that naturally we would go from that to then the Four of Cups. To look at both of these cards, Sagittarius, is some type of healing going on here, right? So some type of slowly letting the energy lighten up in some way. Again, a past energy with that Justice and the Hermit card, finding balance, and finding the intuition within. Okay. But let's keep going and see what else we have here for you. Because like I said, the fourth card is like your best timing card, best card here in the reading that we'll get to in a little bit here. Not that these cards are necessarily bad, right? But again, it just feels like a more healing and purging kind of energy. We do have in the first week, right? On June 3rd, I believe, is the full moon in Sagittarius, right? So that's going to be big for you, Sagittarius, or depending on where you have Sagittarius in your chart. So that could, again, reference more of this purging and this healing energy. I believe the full moon in Sagittarius is about more creative energy and kind of trusting and allowing ourselves to be more of ourselves, okay, if that makes sense. To briefly talk about it, we're not going to go into detail. You can always check out the astrology notes and the other video here on my channel that breaks down the whole astrology for the month. Third week here, Sagittarius. So now we have again, Libra energy. It's not the official card of Libra. You have the official card over here with the Justice card, but now you have a little bit more of this Libra energy showing up again with the Empress in the reverse position. And we said this could be from around June 16th through the 23rd or so, right? Not set in stone. Now, this is an energetic blockage, gentle reminder or challenge, okay? It's just the energy wants us to slow down, or wants the other person or multiple people, general environment situation to slow down for a particular reason. So when we have the Empress in the reverse position, it could be that somebody or the energy is lacking a feminine perspective. Maybe there's too much masculine energy. Is one way to look at it, right? Since the Empress is all about feminine energy, okay? Or we all have, of course, masculine and feminine inside of us, right? So whatever the feminine energy would mean for you, right? But it is also about perhaps somebody has not planted enough of the right seeds for the future, or not necessarily the right seeds, right? But she would normally be pregnant if the card was in the right side up position, but it's reversed. So that is the metaphor for bringing something into the future, right? So the pregnant belly for 9 months, right? And then something new comes out. So it's like if there wasn't enough planning for the future, because that Empress, again, remember, is following the Four of Cups in the right side up position. If we don't know yet what the hand of the divine is going to bring in that is more emotionally satisfying, fulfilling, all those things, then perhaps it is kind of hard to plan exactly for the future. Or perhaps it is also hard to tap into the emotions in a positive way or a more balanced way, right? So again, if the Empress card was in the right side up position, she has that waterfall behind her. And the water in the tarot represents our emotions. So she would normally be channeling those emotions to be an empress, right? To be a queen, to delegate tasks to others, and to be like the businesswoman or the CEO of the tarot. That's normally what the Empress is all about, okay? But it's reversed. So perhaps getting into the emotions is a little bit harder at this time for you, Sagittarius, or for another person, multiple people, general environment situation, right? But it is for a reason, of course. Doesn't mean it's going to stay that way forever, obviously. But it could also be that someone is not ready to step into a leadership role or display, or they're not feeling super confident in during this time, during the third week. But yeah, let's see what else is underneath here, Sagittarius. So again, this is going to be energy from the past, whatever that means for you, a couple days ago, months, weeks, years, etc. All right, and gives us more insight about why this Empress is in the reverse position. So we got the Eight of Swords in the right side up position, and we've got the Judgment card in the right side up position as well. So a little bit of Pisces energy with the Judgment card. Okay, so it looks like here, Sagittarius, that in the past, in some way, there was the anxiety, worry, overthinking, but it was handled in a more correct way in the past, a more balanced way. It was handled maybe working more with others in the past in some way. It could also be that if we are going to talk about mental health, anxiety, worry, overthinking, that maybe in the past with the Eight of Swords in the right side up position, it was like small bursts of like, okay, I can handle this amount of stress or worry or overthinking in small little increments, right? If that makes sense. But it wasn't fully embraced and for the long term. It could also be here, Sagittarius, that when in the past there was that shorter increments of dealing with the stress, right? In some way, or you, the other person, general environment situation. That this kind of led to some type of ruling here with the judgment card in the right side up position. This led to a final decision where somebody decided that they wanted to either let go of something completely and leave it in the past, or it could have been this is where you or the other person, general environment situation, decided that you want to resurrect this thing, you want to revise it, rework it, release it into the new. Okay, so what they call the judgment card in this tarot deck, the Hermetic tarot deck, Sagittarius, they call it the last judgment, and it's called the spirit of the primal fire. Okay, and so you, of course, would see an angel blowing a horn, and then people are possibly rising out of their grave. Okay, you can see that in the card in the bottom here. So that's that metaphor for, do I want to rework something? Do I want to live again? Do I want to come out of the grave, right? And so when we have this in the past, Sagittarius, underneath the Empress, it feels that maybe somebody felt pressured. I feel that for a small few, maybe not everybody, felt pressured in the past to take on this leadership role or to display a certain amount of confidence or to delegate tasks to others or plant the seeds for others or for yourself or both, right? But maybe again there was a little bit of pressure with that, and this created those short increments of maybe being able to deal with the stress. But perhaps this slowdown of energy with the Empress in the reverse position, maybe the universe is saying, well, how do we deal with stress long term, right? So it's going to be different for everybody. Do I want to, again, release something completely, let it go and leave it in the past? Or do I want to revise it, rework it, and bring it into the future? Again, something with the feminine energy here. More feminine energy is needed. Okay. But let's keep going though, because we're not going to stay there forever, right? So now Sagittarius, when we get to your fourth card, fourth week, which we say could be from around June 24th or even the first week of July or a couple days in July. Okay, we have the Princess of Sacred Circles in the right side up position. Excuse me. So now we have Earth sign energy, right? So we started off the reading with air sign energy. You had Libra twice. Libra's an air sign. Then you had water with the cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Empress again with air sign with the Empress, Libra. And now we have finally a little bit of earth here, okay? So what we don't have so far in this reading, Sagittarius, is fire, right? If you are a sun sign Sagittarius, or even depending on where or how much of Sagittarius you have in your chart, we don't really have any fire here, okay? So that can be a clue too, right? Fire in the tarot, right? We're talking about wands or staves, would be our health, our physical body, what gets us fired up and passionate to make us move in 3D in certain ways. So a lot of times what's missing from a reading can also tell us even more stuff here. Okay, so that's something to kind of think about, keep in the back of your mind. But going back to this fourth card, fourth week, Sagittarius, now we have this Princess of Sacred Circles in the right side up position. So now we have, okay, she's pregnant too, remember? So the planting the seeds for the future that didn't work out in the third week, Sagittarius, here now in the fourth week of June, things are shaping up to be able to have more concrete plans and options in the future. Now things are starting to feel more abundant. Also, when we talk about princes or princesses in the tarot, they are not a king or queen yet, so they're open to learning new things. Okay, they're like endlessly curious, which is a good quality to have, no matter what our title is or our age is, right? So, Prince of Sacred Circle shows up here, Sagittarius. This can be about having, let's say, better finances toward the end of June, or because we're talking about pentacles or sacred circles. But if it's not finances, and or it could also be finances and or values. So now I'm feeling more valued, or now the other person is, general environment situation. Okay. Um, yeah, but this is feeling very abundant here, Sagittarius. Again, not just with money, but whatever it is we want to manifest or create with our life. Okay. So I love this here for you. Again, more towards the end of June, maybe beginning of July. But let's see what else we have here for you. So, Sagittarius, this is where we talk about your tarot confirmation card. So it's going to come in here and confirm all 4 cards at the top, all 4 weeks we kind of just talked about. All right. So it is a combination of past and future energies. Okay. And this time you got the 5 of Cups in the right side up position. Okay. So I feel like this Sagittarius is coming in here, giving you a little bit of this warning, right? Because it follows, and it's your confirmation card, the Princess of Sacred Circles in the right side up position. It's almost like Sagittarius. Make sure that when you're getting this really abundant energy, when you're planting these seeds for the future, when you're feeling like better finances, more values, all those things, that you keep it in moderation in some way, because the 5 of Cups would be like, that out of the 5 cups, 3 of the cups have spilled over, right? So 3 of the cups would be a metaphor for things not going right, for only focusing on the negative. Okay, when we get the 5 of Cups in the right side up position, 2 of the cups are still right side up, but somebody or some energy is only focused on the ones that have gone wrong. So it's like, yes, just keep those things in moderation, especially when we're talking about cups, again, emotions in the tarot. So making sure we keep our emotions more balanced, about seeing both the positive and the negative emotions, okay? And knowing that some things are not for us, right? Emotionally, but some things are, okay? And so you remember having the second week, the 4 of Cups, and then all the way at the end of the reading, you have the 5 of Cups. But this is a combination of past and future energies. So it's more of a gentle reminder, a warning to just keep those things in moderation, so that that card doesn't come fully into the present, right? Okay. So I think that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. But before you go, we also have your 2 oracle cards here for you, Sagittarius. Okay. So the first one is the Time Oracle deck, I believe is what it's called. And so if there was something that you were thinking about while you were watching or listening to this reading, this is where this oracle card is going to come in and tell you, yes, do it in a week, or no, you need to wait, or it'll happen within 3 years, or happen in 3 days, or 3 months, etc. Right? It's just kind of a timing thing, and you kind of interpret it the way that it may make sense and apply it to your own life. Okay. So for this time period, Sagittarius, yours doesn't necessarily have a date to it or timing, but it does say to do it. Okay, so I forgot to also say, when I describe this deck, sometimes it'll say no, sometimes it'll say yes. It's kind of just all over, right, as far as a timing. Okay, so when I see this Sagittarius, it just kind of makes me think of the Nike commercials, right? Just do it. Doesn't say just, but it says do it. Okay, so again, take that however it may resonate for you. Okay. Now, the other oracle card that we got here for this time period, Sagittarius, it's really beautiful. It's called the Cosmic Heart, and it looks like very abstract, like a circle, and yeah, just a bunch of shapes, right? But In the center here, we've got this color red. Of course, it's talking about the heart. Okay, and we've got some deep blues and blacks even. But this is from the Rumi or Remy Oracle deck. So he was a 13th century Persian poet. Okay, so they took some of his poetry and put it into these beautiful oracle cards. So I'm going to briefly read a little bit of this here and then just summarize it for you as best as possible. Sagittarius. All right. Okay, so this is the cosmic heart. I was dead, I became alive. I was tears, I became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. I have seen everything. I have no fear. I have the heart of a lion. I shine like Venus. I hear it and weep in sublime reverence. I bow to this living, beating, loving heart of the universe. It echoes throughout all of creation. Once, some time ago, I was deaf. I had not heard one true sound. Much noise, but no truth. So I believed in many things not worth believing in. Then, in a moment of my crisis, that cracked my heart open, I was given a gift. Though I felt fear and confusion, a gift came to me more powerful, more than those temporary ailments. The gift was the ability to hear the sound hidden beneath all of life. I heard it, that sacred sound of the beating heart of universal love. Now I know that belief in unworthy things like fear and doubt is lunacy. Even my loneliness became unconvincing to me. We are animated by this living heartbeat, part of life that is sustained by it. You and I, the planets, the birds, the fishes, emerge from the great source because of this beating heart of the universe. It pumps life through our veins. What proof of this is needed? You live. That is the proof. I hear it everywhere now. It has become so loud, louder than any word of fear. It resonates through my soul and eclipses any tremor of anxiety. All right, that's beautiful. So what else here, Sagittarius? It says, this oracle comes with special guidance for you. More love is rushing towards you like a great cosmic tsunami. You will struggle with this blessing to the extent that you will attempt to hold on to what has been. So don't. Let go. Let it move you. You'll perhaps get some water up your nose, but nothing will come to you that you cannot handle. You'll be disheveled somewhat, undoubtedly, yet as you're washed upon love's shining shore, keeping every hair in place will be the last thing on your mind. You'll be too caught up in the wonder of perfection, realizing how deeply loved you are, and how unnecessary it is to contrive a way to live your purpose. Instead, you'll have no idea what's going on. You'll be surrendered in passionate embrace with life, simply being your exquisite, crazy, unique self, saturated with divine love. Okay, this is definitely a Sagittarius card. All right. It says it will drip from you out of your feet, your eyes, your voice, your touch. You'll water the earth with the love's ocean presence. Oh, how the tsunami will deliver you into your divine destiny. No need for any inconvenience. Let your hair get messed up. Your destiny awaits you now. All right. And so in this deck, also, they always have like a little meditation to go with the energy of this card. So I'll read it real quickly and then we'll move on to Capricorn, okay? But it says, if you want to feel guided, place your hand on your stomach and the other hand over your heart. Focus on your breath flowing gently in and out. When you're ready, simply say the following aloud. Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, with all the wild love and unconditional affection of the universal heart, help me now. I trust in my own heart wisdom and in truth and in the truth of your love for me. Please help me trust in the flow of life. Let go of my fixed plans and ideas and open up to the genius of love itself. Okay. May I realize that my destiny will unfold with absolute perfection, and may I trust in the signs I am given. May I be able to release any false guidance based in fear, and may I open up instead to genuine guidance and inner knowing based in love. Under the grace of your protection, may this be so. All right. And it says, feel the warmth of your hands on your body and just breathe. When you're ready, simply place your hands in a prayer position and bow your head gently to your hands. This is your simple and powerful action that reminds you of this truth. Your head is supposed to bow to and honor the heart, not to try to dominate or control it. All right, and then it says you can have completed your sacred honoring ritual. So that's interesting, right? I like that for you, Sagittarius, and I hope you got something from it. Always feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you liked this video, or even if you didn't like it, please let me know by either giving me a thumbs up or thumbs down. It does help with YouTube's algorithms. The more thumbs up or thumbs down or comments on a video in the first couple of days does help it generate more views with others. Okay, so if you feel guided, that is something you can do. It's a great free way to support the channel. Another great free way to support the channel is by subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. All you have to do is hit the little subscribe button and it'll just notify you when I put out new readings if you feel guided. And also another great way, just free way to support the channel is by sharing this video with friends or family, or even on your social media if you feel guided as well. All right, so let's look at the time here. We're about 42 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to Capricorn. So we're going to let the cards charge a little bit with the crystals, and then we'll do a sound bell, of course, and then do some deep shuffling and pulling of the cards. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to throw these in here randomly now, and then after the sound bell, we'll do the more official shuffling, as they say. All right. So let's see here. All right. Okay, that's all the cards. Yes, yes. All right. I'm gonna light a little bit of incense. Incense is another way, or smoke in general. Even if you don't do incense, you could do a candle. And so when you pass the cards through it, it lets go of the previous reading energy. So it's a great way to kind of just clear that. All right. Okay, we got the incense. Now we're going to do our sound bell. Just get a sip of water here. All right. So again, this is where we want to release anything that's in our body, mind, body, spirit connection, right? That we've been holding on to. This is where we check in with our body, where we ground ourselves again, and again, where we're going to let go of the Sagittarius energy and kind of tune into the Capricorn energy. All right. So if you want to take a couple of deep breaths or whatever you feel guided to do, that's the time to do it. And the sound bell is cleansing the card's energy as well. All right. And it's also for you guys to do all the things I just mentioned, but also for me to do those things in addition to make sure that I'm a clear channel for spirit to translate all these spirit messages for you guys. All right. So here we go for Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay. Now we're going to do our shuffling here. Start with this one. Spirits guiding my hands, messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat, for June 2023. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Capricorn. Spirits guiding my hands, messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat, for their highest vibration for June 2023. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Spirits guiding my hands, messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat, for their highest vibration and truth for June 2023. Messages for Capricorn. Spirits guide my hands, messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat, for June 2023. 4 cards only, please. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat. What does Capricorn need to see? What does Capricorn need to know for June 2023? Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? I don't know if I'm going to take that extra one, but we'll find out in a second. Okay. So we're going to take the top and the bottom. Switch over to this other deck, then we'll come back and, of course, confirm how they want exactly these cards that we just pulled. Okay, and Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat, for June 2023. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Spirits guide my hands. 1 card only, please. Spirits guide my hands for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat. Oh, Capricorn, why is all your cards freaking out here? Okay. I don't know. We're going to do the top and the bottom like we always do. Let's find out real quickly which one they want, though. This one came out first. Spirits and love and light, respect and reverence before, during, and after. Thank you for all advice, wisdom, and guidance given. And thank you, of course, for listening. Spirits, did you want the Three of Pentacles in the reverse position to represent the one and only tarot confirmation card for this Capricorn reading? Okay. Said yes on that. I'm going to just put those over there because I really only want one confirmation card. We can always reference it real quickly, but I don't really want to necessarily put it on the board. Let's find out how they want these other cards real quickly as well, and then we'll do the oracle cards at the very end. Let's get there. Spirits, did you want the Lovers in the reverse position to represent the first tarot card for this Capricorn reading? Thank you. All right, and Spirits, did you want the Eight of Staves in the reverse position to represent the second tarot card for this Capricorn reading? Yeah. And Spirits, did you want the Empress in the reverse position to represent the third tarot card for this Capricorn reading? No. Okay. Spirits, just to confirm, you want the Empress in the right side up position to represent the third tarot card for this Capricorn reading? Okay. And Spirits on Level Light, thank you for listening. Did you want the Prince of Swords in the right side up position to represent the fourth tarot card for this Capricorn reading? Okay. And Spirits, did you want this fifth card, the Five of Cups in the reverse position, to be included in this reading? Okay. I'll do it this time, Spirit, but I'm going to take all those extra ones. Okay, let's see where they want these. Capricorn, let's see. I feel like they want to go in both of these cards. I feel like these all want to go in between your first and second week. But I'm going to double check. Okay. Spirits, did you want me to talk about the Six of Cups in the right side up position and the Judgment card in the right side up position when I talk about the Lovers in the reverse position and the Eight of Staves in the reverse position? Okay, they want those there, yes, thank you. And Spirits, did you want me to talk about the Prince of Cups in the reverse position and the Judgment card in the reverse position when I talk about the Lovers in the reverse position and the Eight of Staves in the reverse position? Okay. We got a repeating card there, so that's cool. We'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, let's do the Oracle. Okay, Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat, for January. Oh, nope, the other J. For June. For June. Maybe that message is for somebody for January. I don't know. But for June 2023, one card only, please, Spirits. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat, for June. Okay. And let's do this one. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat, for June 2023. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? One card only, please, Spirits. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat, for June 2023. Okay. Sorry, that was a little loud. All right, so I'll just open the book and have this ready for later. All right. There we go. All right. Let's see what time we're at. We'll take our picture and get started here, Capricorn. Thank you for your patience. We're at like 54 minutes, I believe. All right. Okay. Let's do this picture here. I'm going to put these like kind of off to the side with that one, but Capricorn, you got a lot going on, okay? Not necessarily good or bad, right? But your cards were flying out and Spirit was like, hey, only talk about a certain amount. All right. picture. Okay. Is it focused? Yes. Right. All right. Good enough for me. Capricorn. Put these back up here. Let's see what we have here for you coming up. Again, for people who are just tuning in later, when I put in the timestamps, or they're just tuning in now, what have you, this is a general reading and cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, money, etc. It is a timeless reading. It could be about you, Capricorn, or it could be about another person, multiple people, general environment situation. All right, let's call out your cards here, Capricorn, okay? And I want you to kind of be able to see at least generally where the placement is of some of these cards, okay? So I know we got a lot on the table here, but hopefully you can kind of generally see right here. All right, but that's what the picture is for as well, if you want to upload it later. But yes, Capricorn. Let's talk about the dates of when some of these things may occur, right? They're not set in stone. We said the first card can be from around June 1st through the 8th. Second card can be from around June 9th through the 16th. Third card can be from around June 17th through the 23rd. Fourth card can be from around June 24th through June 30th. And then because you had an extra card, we'll just say that this is the first or even second week of July, depending on each person. Since it's a reading for multiple people, right? Take it how it may resonate. All right. Everyone is welcome again, right? Wherever you have Capricorn in your chart, because you do somewhere. All right, Capricorn. I'll talk about those dates again when we're on each card, but let's call them out. So you've got the Lovers in the reverse position. You have the Eight of Staves in the reverse position. You have the Empress in the right side up position. You have the Prince of Swords in the right side up position. And you have the Five of Cups in the reverse position. Capricorn, I'll say right here, right now, if you didn't watch the Sagittarius one, I would maybe watch it, right? Because again, if you're a sun sign Capricorn, you're going to have a lot of placements in Sagittarius and even Aquarius. It's always the sign ahead of you and the sign after you, because I see some repeated cards here, a little bit that might have some overlap with Sagittarius. All right. But let's see what we have as far as other zodiac signs showing up here in your reading. You have the Lovers, Gemini energy. You have Empress, Libra energy. You have two Judgment cards. That's a repeating card. We'll talk about that later in two different decks. So that's Pisces energy. So what does this mean? It means you could be dealing with here Capricorn, a Gemini, a Libra, or a Pisces, okay? Or you have a lot of that in your birth chart, or the other person does. Or it could also be referencing Gemini season, Libra season, Pisces season of this year, of last year, of next year. Or those things mean nothing to you at all, and that's totally okay too. All right. Let's see what else here, Capricorn. As far as your major arcana, the predominant one, it's probably Cups. You have 3 Cups cards. You have 1 sword, 1 wand, and the rest are majors. Okay, so what does that mean? The Cups in tarot talk about water, and water is emotions in the tarot. Okay, so there can be some kind of underlying theme to this reading about something emotional going on here. Okay, we're not saying necessarily good or bad. We're just saying there's lots of emotions. Like I was saying when I was shuffling, if you're watching, they're coming out really fast. Okay, so emotions are like more on the top of the surface for some people here. All right, let's see though, Capricorn. Let's go in order. All right. Oh, also before we do that, just kidding. Let's see if we will pause right here real quickly. When is the best time to accomplish something if there's something within our control that we want to accomplish during the month of June, or whenever you watch this, okay, and apply it to your own time frames, right? I would say here, Capricorn, the best time frame would be the 3rd and the 4th week of June, okay? So from June 17th through June 30th. Looks like, again, the best time to either travel or do manifestations or go ahead with something. I would say that it's in the 3rd and the 4th week of June, okay, towards the end of the month, or mid-month, end of the month. Okay, Now let's go into your first card of the reading here. Okay, so Capricorn, we start off your reading with the Lovers in the reverse position, so Gemini energy. All right, so this is also energy trickling in from the recent past because it's your first card. But this can be talking about something is out of balance as far as a relationship or some type of union or partnership. Okay, with the Lovers in the reverse position, of course, it can be referencing romantic, but it doesn't have to. It can also be a work partnership, a partnership or relationship with friends or family, or even a relationship with ourselves, right? But something's out of balance where either perhaps one person or one side is giving too much and the other person isn't giving enough, or it's not about higher vibrational frequencies. If the card was right side up, it's reversed. So it can be like not bringing out the best in each other, or again, there's not enough equal give and take or reciprocity, respect, something like this. Okay. But if you were watching when I was shuffling too here, Capricorn, the first and the second week are definitely connected. And what's all underneath at the top and the bottom of these two different tarot decks that we're using, it all wanted to be talked about with the first and the second week. Usually it'll just be just one card, but it was like, no, these are together. Okay. So that's why we're going to talk about them all together. Okay. So we'll dive deep into it in just a moment, but let me show you your second card here, because again, they go together. And the second week, which we said could be from around June 9th through the 16th or so, whatever it means for you, we have that Eight of Staves, also known as Eight of Wands, in the reverse position. It's like a message is stifled, a really fast, surprising message that wanted to come through, whether it's a good message or bad message. It doesn't happen. It's put on hold or just stopped completely, okay? With that Eight of Wands, Eight of Staves in the reverse position. So now let's look underneath and look about and underneath and see why these cards have shown up here for you, Capricorn. So these four cards on the bottom are past energy. Could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, whatever the past is for you or them or the general environment situation. Okay, but why is this message stifled? Whether it's a good message or bad message, why is it not coming through? Why is there a lack of respect in some relationships or one relationship? Okay, so now we have the Six of Cups in the right side up position and the Judgment card in the right side up position. Let's do one by one. The Six of Cups right side up was saying here that in the past, Capricorn, we had 3 and 3 on each side. That's a balance. There was more emotional balance. Something was more emotionally satisfying or fulfilling in the past. Okay. Six of Cups can also talk about referencing to a person in the past or a past nostalgic feeling of things being more easier or things flowing more easily in the past in some way. They call the Six of Cups in this deck here, Capricorn, the Lord of Pleasure. Okay, so a lot of times you would see in other decks two kids each giving each other a cup. Okay. Why does it feel like Two of Cups? I just said that and it's Six of Cups. That's weird, Capricorn. Yeah. Or no, it is Six of Cups, but it feels, I don't know. This feels very heavy for sure, Capricorn. Let's talk about the other zodiac frequencies too here, though, right? So you have Gemini, the Lovers up here. You have Eight of Wands or Eight of Staves in reverse. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, not their official card. Then with more Cups cards, right? Because you have 3 Cups cards all right here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Then you have Pisces, Pisces, two repeating cards here. I definitely feel like there's something really important here, Capricorn, about Scorpio and Pisces in particular. Could be a person with those signs, placements, or a season or something. Okay, but let me show you. Well, no, I'll wait to show you that. Let's go in order, right? So I said you had 3 cups cards, right? And I don't know why I said 3 because that's the lovers. Oh, you have the other one over here. Well, you have 2 cups cards, excuse me, 2 cups cards. So let's talk about the other one, right? So again, all 4 of these cards under your first 2 weeks are all past energy. So let's look at the other 2 real quickly, okay? Now you have the Prince of Cups in the reverse position and the Judgment card in the reverse position. Prince of Cups reversed. In the past, your Capricorn, some type of medium size communication or opportunity was stopped, wasn't well received, or just put on hold. It's like whatever happens in this first and second week, Capricorn, in June, is triggering to something that happened in the past for you or for them or multiple people, whatever the situation is. It's like the progress that we would have wanted here about how we communicate with people. I do know from the general astrology notes too, I think that Vesta is doing something. Let's check. Vesta, right, is the asteroid that is all about partnerships, commitments, and marriages. So on June 22nd, which would be more over here, your 3rd and 4th week, Vesta enters into Gemini. And we have the first card here is Gemini. Really interesting. So maybe this focus on figuring out the relationship stuff here for you, Capricorn, is going to be more intense, or you're going to feel it more. Because then you also have these 2 repeating cards, right? So you have the Judgment card in the right side up position in one deck and the Judgment card in the reverse position in the past. So there's a little bit of flip-floppy energy in the past too. Maybe someone hadn't fully made their decision whether they wanted to continue with a relationship in some way or if they wanted to completely let it go. And maybe that's why the Lovers was also in the reverse position. If there wasn't an equal give and take or bringing out the best in each other in some way. If maybe somebody wasn't sure, again, whether they wanted this type of relationship, whether it's romantic, platonic, with friends or family, or self-love. All right. So again, a lot of kind of heavier stuff, downloading, healing, even purging, but feels like more like revisiting something that was triggering here for you, Capricorn, in the first and second week. But let's keep going because you have other cards coming up and other good stuff to talk about. So now when we get to your 3rd card, 3rd week, Capricorn, Libra energy with the Empress in the right side up position. And we said this could be from around June 17th through the 23rd. Okay. So now we have forward momentum finally, but not until that 3rd week, the middle of June. Okay. So now we have somebody more in their power, embracing feminine energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, we all have both, right? Or however you identify. Okay. So now we have someone sitting on their throne and she's the businesswoman, right? That's just how the card is depicted. As far as the woman and the gender, right? But she is delegating tasks to others. She's using her emotions in a more balanced way to make good decisions. We have the waterfall behind her, water in the tarot with her emotions, right? She is also planting seeds for the future, right? So she has the metaphor of the pregnant belly. That's why I said to watch a Sagittarius reading, because she had Sagittarius also had the Empress card in this week, but it was in the opposite position. Okay, so it could be some overlap. I feel here, Capricorn, that there is definitely some type of leveling up in one area of your life or multiple areas of your life in that third and fourth week, the middle of June and the end of June. Okay, because you go from then the Empress to the Prince of Swords in the right side up position. Okay, they're both forward momentum, they're both progress, both fast moving kind of energies. Okay, and there's both water in both of these cards. Okay, so this man here is meditating almost, right? His sword is right side up, but he's got water all around it. So he's again channeling his emotions in a positive way. He's not letting the emotions overwhelm him or her. Okay, he's using also the sword, which is his crown chakra, his logical mind, as a tool or a weapon, right? So he's like, this is good mental health here, right? And the Empress in this card, she almost looks like this could be her man, right? They're both kind of younger. He's a prince. We know he's young. But we don't know exactly how old the Empress is, right? But we're just going to say, because this reading is like heavy on the relationship stuff here for you, Capricorn, that maybe that's her man, right? Or not necessarily her man. Maybe it's somebody in her family, in her neighborhood, friends, etc. Right? But they're both, the important part, what I'm trying to say is like they're both of that younger mindset of not being set in their ways. They're open to learning new things. That's important, right? No matter what our title is or how old we are. So yeah, so I really like this though, Capricorn, in your third and fourth week. Now to go even further, because Spirit wanted to throw out these extra cards here for you. We have that fifth card, okay? And I've usually only been pulling 4, but I took it for you. All right, so it is a great reversal. Your fifth card is actually the fifth, the 5 of Cups in that reverse position. So this is what we call a good reversal. So it's like towards the end of June, the first 2 weeks of July, maybe even perhaps, there is a more negotiating with self and or others, or coming to some realization here, Capricorn, where you're not just focusing on the negative or not just on the positive. It's a more balanced adult viewpoint of, yes, there's going to be ups and downs emotionally for everybody throughout their life, but we're just going to keep seeing that there's people that want to help us and people that don't want to help us, but both things are true. There's two truths, right? And I believe that Sagittarius got 5 of Cups as their confirmation card. So that's why I was saying there's like a lot of overlap. Okay. But again, really nice energy here flowing for you, Capricorn. So now let's go to your confirmation card. Okay. And then you also had these 2 other that flipped out that I took in the picture and everything. All right, so this first one though is the one that I actually drew with my own hands. All right, and so this one is going to come in here and confirm all 5 cards, all 5 weeks that we just talked about here, Capricorn. It is a combination of past and future energies. And so now we have the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse position. Okay, this is saying here for you, Capricorn, if you don't incorporate some type of teamwork energy, working with others, that it could actually end up blocking your abundance. If you don't work with others in some way, then you maybe won't have the Empress, the Prince of Swords, or the 5 of Cups reversed. So take that how it may resonate for you. For a small few, it could also be, sorry, there's all this hair, whatever. with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse position, it could be that somebody was letting go of a third party situation. And third party means it could be three people, or it could be two people in an interfering energy or party, whether that's a work, whether that's friends or family, addictions, etc. Right? But with that Three of Pentacles in the reverse position for a small few, maybe somebody here is deciding to let go of that third party energy. So if that's true, that's great, right? But also, if we want to, Capricorn, because you're an earth sign, right? So throughout your reading, you had all this air and water over here throughout your whole reading, really. You didn't have any fire either, just like Sagittarius, which is interesting. So maybe getting back in the physical body or something to do with health. Just remember that too, right? But what I was starting to say was you don't have pentacles, which is earth sign energy, just like you, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You don't have it till the end of your reading. So normally the pentacles would also talk about money or values. So if we want to keep the money flowing, and who doesn't, and we want to be valued, and who doesn't, then we need some type of teamwork. Okay? Teamwork or letting go of third-party stuff. All right, now let me show you the other two cards that flipped out here just because they're really interesting and very positive as well, Capricorn. So the other two confirmation cards that came out following the first one I took for you was you got the Sun and you got the Ace of Cups, both right side up. Okay, so that's like Leo energy, Ace of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio again, but both are super positive. Both are for momentum and progress. One is talking about youthful energy that we already talked about was important over here. And then with Ace of Cups, this is something more fulfilling, satisfying, but it's also strengthening our innate talents and gifts, something that we're naturally good at emotionally, or that we feel emotionally invested in, could also make us feel younger, could also bring us more forward momentum, manifestation, abundance, whatever it is we want in our life. Okay, so that's nice. All right, now Capricorn, before you go, because I know this was like a lot, we also have your two oracle cards. Okay, so the first one is your time oracle deck card, okay, for this time period or even beyond. All right, so some of the cards will say yes, let's say in 3 days, 3 months, 3 years. So they'll have a bunch of different dates in there. They also may say yes, they also may say no, they might say maybe. Okay, so if there was something that you were thinking about, I'm just showing you the name of the cards during this reading while you were watching, this can be a little message for you for that, okay? But always take it how it may resonate for you. So unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it here, Capricorn, the message you got is no, okay? So even though you have a very positive reading, there's a no here about something, all right? So again, take it how it feels right for you, if it does. All right, now the other oracle card you got is so beautiful, and I don't think I've seen this one in a very long time. Okay, it's called the Dissolving Light, and it looks like a person sitting down, almost like meditating, and then you see like their light body, their energetic frequency almost all around them. Let me come a little closer so you can see it. Okay, it's really beautiful. All right, so this is from the Rumi, or Remy, depending on how you pronounce it, oracle deck. He was a 13th century poet, so they always kind of pair it with one of his poems. And then there's like a quick meditation. I don't read all of it. I try to summarize it as fast as I can for you, Capricorn. But this is, like I said, I haven't seen this card in a long time, and it's really pretty. And it actually looks like 3 people if you looked really, really closely. So it's like one tiny person, then another tiny person, then another tiny person. So that could be, right, mind, body, spirit. That could be interpreted in lots of things, lots of different cultures, spiritualities talk about the number 3. All right, but let's see what the little poem is here for you, Capricorn. I'm like somehow messed up my chair on the rug. All right. So it says the dissolving light. I died as a mineral and became a plant. I died as plant and rose to animal. I died as animal and I became human. Why should I fear anything? When was I ever less by dying? Dare to take my hand and become set alight with the holy fire, my cherished one. Step forward with me, let us burn together. Dissembled in light that cannot be extinguished. This is the light that burns with such incandescent truth that no falsehood can withstand in its audacious vibrancy. Come with me now to the light. Together we shall melt into truth. Okay, so that's the whole poem. It's a little shorter than some of them, but that's really beautiful and different, right? Let's see what else it says here for you, Capricorn. It says, this oracle comes to you as a sign of that which is to come and soon. The beloved divine presence is calling to you now, igniting within your deepest being so that it may have its way with you. The divine wishes to live through you and into the world, reaching into the hearts of many and igniting those hearts into greater life. It is a clever and insatiable lover. It will stop at nothing until the entire human race is restored to the wild divine freedom of aesthetic divine reunion, completely and utterly integrated in love. And so the great lover, the divine, calls for you. Sorry, I have to show you the lover's card again when it said that. The great lover, right? The great lover calls for you to enter into the white, hot field of his passionate presence. There will be sizzle and burn. It cannot be otherwise. In the height of summer, you can cast aside the layers of clothing you require in the winter. This is natural. You did not think twice about it. You can approach the radiant sun of divinity, your emotional and psychological layers to be shed too, for they are too heavy for the heat of the great spiritual sun. Then you also have the sun card. Oh my God, Capricorn. Okay. It says, what cannot stand the heavenly heat is to be cast aside swiftly by this conscious choice, or shall simply burn up, dissolving into the light and melting away. What is left shall be what is true. Okay. Let's see what else here. Let's get to your little meditation real quickly. Or one more thing here. It says, this oracle brings you guidance. Trust in changing perspectives and perceptions. Don't hold on to what you once believed or thought to be true. Allow yourself to be shown another version of events, another way of perceiving. Don't focus on what is not working in your current estimation of things, for there is nothing more than a passing opinion. You're being given an opportunity to see and know yourself, others, and particular life circumstances very differently. Embrace it. Don't resist what is being shown to you, for even if there are some struggles in adjusting your view at first, ultimately this change in perception will free you and bring you more deeply into the wellspring of your own inner peace and happiness. Okay. Yeah, I mean, when it kept talking about the truth here, right? Remember, you also had Capricorn, the two judgment cards, right? What is your truth? Do you want to work on something or not work on something? Do you want to leave something in the past? Or you want to bring it into the future? What is your truth? All right, let's see. All right, last thing, the meditation here for this energy of this card. It says, place both hands on your heart and say the following aloud. The internal light of Rumi burns through that which is unworthy and frees me into unconditional love and truth now. I am blessed by the grace of this sacred brother, and I open my heart to the tender fire of passionate presence. Through merciful compassion and my own free will, I ask to be shown the greater truth that will set me free. So be it. Okay, that's beautiful. And then it just says, relax with your hands on your heart for as long as it feels good. When you're ready, simply open your eyes. You have completed your sacred honoring ritual. You can repeat this ritual anytime you feel the need to let go of a self-limiting behavior, judgment of a person or situation that drains rather than leaves you feeling vibrant and free, or beliefs that deplete or depress you rather than open you up to loving and endless possibilities. This ritual is a way to tap into a supportive grace to assist you in that conscious surrender. You will be blessed and you're beloved. All right. So that is your reading, dear Capricorn. I hope you got something from it. And always let me know in the comments. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below if you feel guided. Also, I will be uploading the picture, the one picture I took earlier, after this live is done. So if you want to find out how to get that picture, all you do is click in the description box below and follow the instructions there on how to get the photo. Also, if you feel guided and you like this video, or even if you didn't like this video, any interaction with the video in the first couple of days is a great free way to support the channel, because then YouTube's algorithms will share it then with more people if you feel guided. Also, if you want to subscribe and you haven't yet, it is free as well. All you have to do is hit the little subscribe button and it will notify you when I put out new videos. And then also, if you want to share this video with anyone else, friends or family, or even on your social media, that's another great free way to support the channel if you feel guided. But no pressure, no worries, right? So thank you guys so much, as always, for everything. And yes, like I was saying earlier, hopefully I will be able to come back later tonight with the Aquarius and Pisces reading. But if not, it will be the following day. All right. So you guys take care until then, and I'll see you guys later. All right. Bye.
Cleo says bye too. Cleo, you say bye too. Cleo says bye. She says see you guys later. Bye bye.
Oh, and Nephi says bye too. All right. Bye. Bye, guys.